Hello, my name is David Sand, CEO of Uwin Iwin International. We are shooting a breakfast show live in the city of Sandton, Johannesburg. We are at the Gautrain station and Daniel is on his way back to Nairobi, Kenya. Daniel has come to honor Uwin Iwin and be part of an advisory board meeting to celebrate our 30th year birthday anniversary. Daniel, it's an absolute privilege to have you here with us in South Africa, and we are delighted that you've had the time to meet other advisory board members from elsewhere in the continent and to really add your bit of magic to the whole celebration. So thank you for being here. Daniel, we've had a long history together. Please introduce yourself and what you do and how you came to be on the Uwin Iwin Advisory Board.
Well, it's something that I'm very proud of, something that's close to my heart. I did build my foundation at Uwin Iwin just after graduating from college. So I basically, built my foundation, got exposed to a lot of client-facing, art of selling, built my acumen within the South African corporate landscape. Had the honor of expanding the business into East Africa, Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, which had an offshoot into West Africa in Nigeria and Ghana. And a lot of that base helped me build my own e-commerce business that taught me a lot, leveraging all the acumen that I built in Uwin Iwin. The business is called Sky Garden. It's since been acquired by a buy now, pay later business. Then spent a lot of my time within the fintech space, joining different telcos, banks and aggregators on the continent. And that collective learning, knowledge, something that I get to share a lot with David and the rest of the board advisory team at Uwin Iwin International.
So we share a Pan-African dream in our hearts, and the future of Africa, I believe, is so bright. Tell me, what is your hope for Africa and the African continent?
Well, as a Kenyan and the recent political protests that have been happening, I am really looking at accountability and dignity in terms of leadership and how they hold themselves to the people. I see a lot of people putting in investments in their knowledge, in their talents, whether it's in the commercial corporate space or in the artistry or creative landscape. And I pray that this can be honored truly, and that right resources are deployed to make that a reality and not have any artificial ceilings that are capped. Incentives is a very strong way to have that happen, and with the ethos of charity beginning at home, this honestly happening within our ecosystems, our networks, and then also translating within how our industry makes value addition and retention. So not just extracting minerals and that being shipped off elsewhere, that we actually have some sort of win-win philosophy again at the core is something that I really hope for. I'm really looking for interconnectedness in terms of policy, in terms of exchanges, innovation around commodity and talent. And so that is something that I'm starting to see the rails coming along, and I pray that we get to see, becoming the norm and not the exception.
Daniel, your latest role is in a venture capital company helping founders with various different things along their journey. It's called the 54 Collective, recently rebranded, and I know you're excited about what you do, and please tell us a little bit more about that.
So 54 Collective is a VC based on the continent. We look at founders as our primary customers. We offer a mix of capital and debt that helps businesses get further and faster on their growth journeys. I serve as a venture partner, and I have the phenomenal opportunity to coach, mentor and offer strategic support to these businesses.
So Daniel, in now consulting to multiple business sectors, different leaders in different industries, how do you see the role of an incentive service company like Uwin Iwin in the future of Africa?
Incentives is something that honestly as a principle has win-win philosophy at its core. Africa is thriving. There's so much dynamic energy that's happening within the talent landscape, and a lot of the businesses, as they're coming and expanding inward and African businesses are going outward, talent retention and visibility is something that is really required. We have strong agendas that are shaping conversations within the workplace: diversity, equity, inclusion, and having incentives gives practical ways in which this can be measured, this can be tracked, and there's no obscurity, and paves the way for transparency. And this is something that we obviously advocate the court of Uwin Iwin.
Daniel, thank you so much for participating in this version of the Breakfast Show. Your insights as a young African leader is always so refreshing to me. I appreciate you as a brother and a friend, and now as a professional part of the business at the advisory board level. We look forward to ongoing work across the continent. Our Pan-African dream of being a true Pan-African service provider is in the making. You're part of that, and we thank you for that energy that you bring to the party. To all our listeners, I hope you've enjoyed the show. Please like our YouTube channel, follow us on our LinkedIn pages, and please participate by commenting and adding value. And of course, if you want your company to be served with the greatest incentive programs, the greatest employee recognition and reward programs, please reach out to us. We'd love to make your acquaintance. Thank you for listening, and keep winning.